Did your parents know?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Could you imagine?
No,
my dad would
why.
murder me. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Guess who I have with me today? Miss Jackie Aina. We're finally filming together. I don't know why it's taking us so long, but here we are. We're going to be doing a cute little get ready with me. Okay, so let's get glam.
Shall we?
Yes.
Alrighty. I like how we're both starting with the same primer. Cheers.
I know, right? Cheers. I brought my mini one.
Yes. That's what I do too when I'm filming on the go.
Yeah.
I just bring my minis with me.
I'm going to start off with a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury, though.
We should actually start off with why we've never filmed, because we were talking about this off camera. So Nyma and I met through social media, but we never have the chance to like film a collab.
Yeah.
But before we started filming, I was saying how it's because like a lot of times when I'm with my friends, like I'm just with my friends.
Yeah.
Like I don't even thinking about work.
We really don't. Like honestly, we've been out more than a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Like even just to dinner or like just hanging out at events, and we just, I don't know. Also, I'm really good about living in the moment.
Same.
And I try not to just pick up my camera all the time. So.
I'm the same way, but I'm actually so good at that.
Yeah.
That
it takes away. Yep.
I forget to get content, and I'm like, girl, you still gotta work. So you gotta work a little bit. Do you also feel like sometimes like I have friendships that I'm just like really protective of? Like when I like someone, I really like them, and I think that once you like broadcast it, then it becomes like a
people expect things.
I don't get why people make the connection between what's online and like what doesn't. And that's with anything. It's not just with people. Yeah. Like when I stopped putting Bible verses in my videos, people were asking me, am I still Christian? And I was like, but I would have never even thought.
Yeah.
I just thought putting Bible verses. It doesn't, you know, creative direction. Like it's not denouncing my faith. Like, but I would never think to like make that.
Girl, people are crazy.
I know it's people are really funny.
Yeah.
I think it's one thing to like innocently ask, but like now you're like actually accusing someone of something.
Especially with your religion, that's like a crazy.
That's like a But I've quite enjoyed cultivating our friendship over the years.
Yeah, it's been really nice.
Why did you like? I know you're like taking a break from, or you have been, yes. But I think we kind of all have. Yeah. Like, not just you, but, like, me as well.
No, everyone, I feel like everyone took a break. And, like, especially 2020 when, like, people were, like, not checking for makeup videos. They were like, what are we going to do? Upload full-face videos? Like, no.
That's how I felt, too. It was weird.
It didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense
no sense. All. No, I definitely had a lot of burnout. And then I'm pretty sure everyone on my channel knows by now. I went through my breakup, so that didn't help a lot. And I just, like, honestly, I just stuck to myself for a very long time.
Did you talk about burnout experience? I know you talked about your breakup, but did you talk about
burnout? I didn't talk about burnout. I burnt out in way before anyone even knew I burnt out.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I burnt out in like 2019.
Well, that kind of makes sense, though. Yeah. I feel like a lot of things were leading up to pre-COVID. And that makes sense.
No, I definitely burnt out in 2019. And that was really hard for me because like I felt like I was working so much at the time. My management at the time was just like, you got to keep going. You got to keep going. No matter like how many times I voiced like, hey, I'm a little tired. Like I've pretty much reached my limit. And it was just a really hard time for me. I can't even remember 2019. I described it as like I made the most money that year, but I was the most miserable that year as well.
And you were telling them that you were like, burnt, and they were just
no. I mean, if I'm being really real, at the time when I came, because my manager was out here, at the time when I came, from Texas, and I was like I had a meeting with her, and I was like, in that meeting, I like had to hype myself up and be like, I'm gonna tell her I'm burnt out. And she already had a different agenda for me. She was when I told her I was like, yeah, I'm really burnt out. She like sat me down. She's like, you see, like this is a list of all these brands. This is how much they've worked with you this year. And I just think that they deserve more. And I was just like...
They deserve?
Yeah. They specifically remember her telling me, like, you could be doing more for them or some shit like that. And I was just like... I went home to my hotel that day and I literally had a panic attack and I bawled my eyes out. I was this close to quitting at that point in time. That's how bad it was. I was burnt out.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of insulting.
It was very insulting.
Because, like, I just... Wait, so did this come before you told them, like, hey, y'all, I'm tired?
I had been saying, like, I'm tired. And I think she probably got tired of hearing me say I'm tired.
Wow.
And it probably prompted that conversation that she felt like she had to have with me. And it did not help at all. I went home so sad. It sucks, too. Because, like, I feel like as creators, and, like, we're so blessed. Like, don't get me wrong. I think I have one of the most amazing jobs in the world. But we don't get a chance. We're not allowed to complain about it.
Like, you know what? Sorry that I just cut you off in the middle of a complaint.
No, that was it.
I'm sorry. That was okay. Totally not intentional.
No, it's okay.
But that's just like alarm bell moment.
Yeah.
Because you're right.
We're not allowed to complain about it.
Well, here's my thought process on this as everybody's unofficial auntie and somebody who's in my mid-30s. I feel like as creators, we need to be really strategic with how we complain about our jobs because we do have things, whether y'all want to admit it or not, that a lot of people would not tolerate at any job ever.
Absolutely.
However, as someone who has served in the military and I've worked retail pretty much half my life, I know what it feels like to have a normal job, and I know what it feels like to have jobs that people would not want to do. Mm-hmm. Being a creator, I think, is more mentally challenging than it is anything else. Yeah. And I think that's where the disconnect is when people talk about how hard this job is. Mm-hmm. It's mentally challenging. Yeah. It's obviously not physically taxing. Like, we're not on our feet 15, 20 hours a day. Like,
yeah, I used to be a server, so I think that's part of the reason why, like, in my perspective, I'm like, no, it's hard for me to complain about it too. So
right. Yeah. But that doesn't make the complaints less valid. They're just different complaints that I think if I had known that I would be dealing with some of the stuff that I have to do as a creator, I'm not sure I would be doing it, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Honestly, I'm not even I feel the same way.
I feel like this is such a good conversation for people, not just creators, aspiring creators, people in a high stress environment. Yeah, that work in a high stress environment, because a lot of what we experience are just repackaged in different ways. Yeah. They're just, same problem, different industry.
Yeah, because I've done a lot of I've done a lot of bartending jobs, and
I can't see being a bartender at all.
I was slinging them drinks, okay?
Were you? Okay, really period.
I loved bartending. It was actually such a fun time. I've done so many different things. I told you once that I worked at a strip club, right?
No.
I was like a bottle girl. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I thought I told you.
Nyma, what in the 9 lives? I
literally
did not know
9
that.
lives. I had a completely different life.
Wait, was this in Texas?
It was.
Did you have an alias name?
No, I didn't. I gave everyone my real name.
You should have had an alias.
Like a dummy.
I've never known this about you.
I know.
What? Yeah. Have you talked about this before?
No, but I guess everyone's going to find out now. It was actually so much fun. I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. And
I'm shocked.
Yeah, it was good. I actually really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. The only thing I hated was it's so cold all the time. I hate being cold.
The AC in the strip clubs?
I don't know why they like to make it so cold.
Well,
apparently it's to... What was that?
It's strip clubs, probably a lot of energy, heating up, bodies rubbing. I don't know.
True.
Might get
maybe it was better for it to be quickly. Cold.
Yeah, girl, that might have been real. I don't know. I think I'd rather be cold in a strip club than hot in
sweaty.
A strip club.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah,
hell
right.
nah.
No, that would have been terrible.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Did your parents know?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Could you imagine?
No,
my dad would murder me.
Sorry. Oh my God, I was like, wait, they didn't willingly. I was like, there's no way.
No, my dad would have murdered me on the spot.
Why are parents so dramatic?
Yeah. But it was actually
funny.
So much fun. I did it in my early 20s.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Through school and stuff? Mm-hmm. Okay, little side gig,
Little side hustle.
It's time to,
It was a fun little job to have when you're 20.
Did you make a lot of friends there?
Yeah, I feel like I got in really good with the girls because I worked VIP. So, yeah.
Okay.
I know. So I feel like they were like, okay, well, if she's working VIP, I'm going to be nice to her.
Period. Yeah. As they should. What are other, odd, have you ever had any other odd jobs?
Did a lot of restaurant work. I'm trying to think if I've ever had, a really random job. I did leave retail once and then I walked out.
Nah, because retail, you have to be built different.
You have to be. I couldn't do it.
People are so mean.
I couldn't do it.
People are so mean. Food service and retail, like, y'all are grouchy, first of all. Not the workers, the customers.
I could not do it. I think after, like, the first day of, like, folding clothes, and then I had to come back the next day, and I was like, absolutely not. I'm out of here.
Not from the folding.
Folding was exhausting. Like, you're literally running behind. It's like running behind children. Like, as soon as they mess it up, you have to come and fix it real quick. And I'm like, oh my God, no. What about you? Any odd jobs?
I mean, some might consider the army.
Yeah.
So
no one would have expected that from you at all. When I first found out, I was like, what?
I know.
How?
Girl, let me tell you something. You do what you gotta do to survive,
okay.
honey. I worked at Old Navy. I worked at a frozen yogurt shop.
Oh, that sounds like
I
fun.
still hone that skill today. I'm master swirler. I can swirl the hell out of some froyo.
Okay.
I worked at Target. That was actually my last retail job.
Target?
Was Target.
I love
and
Target.
And then I joined the Army.
Dang.
Yeah, and then I joined the Army.
What, if you don't mind me asking, what made you want to join the Army? Because that is a big decision. You just, I guess, the way I think about the Army is like war. I think of like, as long as you're enlisting anywhere, you're going to war. And that sounds really terrifying. So
I think when you're just like, when you're young, you tend to make a lot of extreme decisions.
Yeah.
And at the time, I just, like, when you're like 21, 19 to 22, you think everything is finite. So you think, if I don't figure out my life now, I'm never going to.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like what I was going through.
Dang.
And I knew that like college at that time just was not working. It just was not working. I was like, I don't know what I gotta do.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my life, but I cannot continue university. It was just not working.
That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah.
I gotta get this out of here.
That's exactly what I did. So I left and then I joined, and it just felt like it genuinely just felt like the right thing to do at the time. And I think for what it was, it kind of was like I needed that experience.
Yeah.
In a way, because I don't know, you do things out of, survival, I guess, when you're trying to figure out your life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, it's not the same thing, but like when I dropped out of school, it was very much so for my survival. Like it's so weird when you can like really see like your life. Like I just had this like vision so clearly, and like I honestly like have so much respect for people in the medical field, because it is such a, like, I can't only imagine. Like, it's just, you're around people that are sick, and, like, you're trying to nurse them back to health. And, it's like, hard. If you can't turn that off at the end of the night, and you have to carry that weight with you 24/7, that just sounds, oh, my God, so excruciating. So, when I was in nursing school, and I was, like, in my first year of clinicals. And
wow, so you got far.
I got far, yeah.
Wow.
And I just noticed it. I was just like, yeah, if I stay here, I'm going to die.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what year would that have been?
It would have been my 3rd year.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was just like, if I keep going on this field, it's going to kill me, because I don't know how to turn off like heavy stuff like that. Like I would carry that with me everywhere.
I feel like normally I'm so much more slow at my makeup, but this is a good pace.
I know, I looked over and you had lashes on. I was like,
yeah,
okay.
Like, girl, it do not be this fast usually. How long does it take you to do your makeup? Full glam. Like if you're beating for the back row.
At least 2 hours.
Okay, same.
Yeah, I need
not including hair though.
No, not including hair.
Okay, yeah, same. About two-ish.
Hair is a whole different beast on its own. I do not do hair like that.
I do it like if I have to.
Yeah.
But it's not my
strong suit at all.
I feel like a little bit of it is political, because like, why does my hair have to look perfect
all the time?
I don't have the why can't I get the luxury of just existing with my hair?
Girl,
who cares? Edges are not always gonna be laid, okay? And at the end of the world, you'll be alright.
I lost my mind at edges.
No, because the edges debates.
Girl, I cannot.
It's a bit much. It's crazy how much people tell you to embrace being natural, but then I remember the one time I did a video and like I was wearing my natural hair, but it was like my natural, like as if I were to wake up, put water in my hair to like smooth it, and then like left it at that.
Yeah. And
people, you would have thought. You literally would have thought I said something offensive on camera. The way people were talking to me, it was crazy. I was like, wow, all of this because of edges. Okay. No,
it's really crazy. And I've never been good at hair to begin with. So, oh my God, have you seen you probably have, it was a long time ago, This is how you know I'm not good at hair. When Fenty first came out and we all did our reviews, and like everyone's like rushing to do their review, get it up first as soon as possible. Girl, should never rush that video. I had to block wig, I had to block hair, I had to block part. It was so bad.
What was wrong? I didn't notice.
My hair looked like shit.
I don't remember that.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I was rushing and I just didn't care. I was like, it is what it is. It's not a hair video until the comments said it was a hair video.
Oh my God.
They were not playing with me.
That is so mean.
Girl, I finally unblocked it, I think a couple years later.
Shout out to the mute words though, because I love me some mute words. I'll mute a word quickly. Especially if it's like on a particular video. People are like, that's the word of the week. Oh, I'll mute it so quick.
And then
nah, people are crazy when it comes to hair.
I suffer with the idea of like perfectionism and being perfect. So the times where I let my perfectionism go just to be like, I'm a human, like you're gonna be fine, you don't have to be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
And then people roast you for not being perfect.
It's crazy.
I'm just like, gosh, never mind, let me just be perfect.
Yeah, I've kind of rejected the notion of, and maybe that's a product of experiencing burnout, I've kind of rejected the notion of being perfect.
Yeah.
Not that I guess like sometimes when it comes like, creatively, like I've rejected the notion of being perfect. Like sometimes edits are not going to be perfect. Yeah. Sometimes the audio is not going to be perfect. That's okay. Everything I wear in my content doesn't have to be perfect. The way that I look does not have to be perfect. There are people who are struggling with their identities in real life, let alone online. Yeah. And I think that sometimes like just showing up, being here, you know, the representation that a lot of people love is enough for me. And that doesn't have to include looking like a freaking perfect supermodel all the time. Yeah. It just doesn't.
All of my For You page is like dating related content. But it's probably because that's just the stage in life that I'm at right now.
Oh, not the algorithm clocking
The algorithm is clocking me hard.
Dang.
And it's still not even giving me what I want. Like,
that is funny.
It's really annoying. But it's okay. I think I need it. Because like I said, I've been out of the game for just 10 years. Your girl's a little rusty. She needs help.
And that is a long time.
It was a very long time. I don't even remember if apps are out back then.
Oh, they definitely were. They definitely were. Because I remember 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, they definitely were.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, people been apping it up. What are like the popular, y'all in the comments tell us like, what are the popular apps that people use now? None?
They're not good?
None of them are popping?
Stay away. No.
Damn.
She's right though. None of them are really that great. Like I'm on like the super exclusive ones. I'm on like the regular ones. Like
what are the super like? Girl, you don't have to say their names.
It's Raya. I'm on Raya.
Oh, Raya.
Yeah. And there's other ones too that are like even more exclusive than that. I started with Raya and Hinge, thinking
Hinge I've heard about.
Yeah, thinking just like get my feet wet, see what it's even like, And I have not even been able to bring myself to download another one.
Dang.
That's how bad it is, yeah.
But like what's the tea? Like are the people just like not serious? Like are they rude? Are they
A little bit is me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be very honest. A little bit of it is me because I get bored really easily. Like I can't get past the hi, how are you? How you doing?
Yeah, that is annoying.
Oh my god, it literally makes my skin crawl. I'm just like, no, I can't do it. And if like I think one guy, I was like, hi, how are you? And I was like, he asked me how I was, and I was like, I'm good. How are you? And then we talked about the weather, and I was like, absolutely not. I just closed the app.
Not the weather. Oh my god.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I know that sounds probably really
stupid,
shallow, but like
the weather.
We are like okay. We got things to do. We got places to go. Like I need you to switch it up, be a little bit more unique. Something.
Yeah. Give me something.
Give me something to work with. Not the weather.
The weather, girl.
The weather is quite literally like the lowest hanging fruit of way to make a conversation. Like you talk about the weather at the bank to a bank teller. Like it is the most standard, regular, like non-inspiring way to start a conversation with somebody that you're trying to like potentially date. Yeah. Don't do that.
I literally found myself typing, yeah, this weather sucks. And I just said, never mind. And I just closed that. Because I just can't do it. I can't.
That's so funny though.
It's true. I'm just like, I cannot do it.
You are not serious.
And I hate repeating myself.
Oh my god.
And so if I've told you like what I'm here for on these apps and you ask me again like 2 days later, you're done.
I have an irrational anger for having her. It's actually like, okay, calm down. Like they probably just didn't hear. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
And either. Maybe that's my toxic trait, but I hate it because I know you heard me the first time.
Exactly.
If you can hum, you can hear. I know you heard me the first time.
And then I hate texting, so that's another hurdle. Like
you hate texting?
Mm-hmm. I hate it.
I don't have that problem. I love texting.
Nice.
I like FaceTime though. Do you like FaceTiming?
FaceTime is cool. I'd rather talk on the phone than text. I like voice notes.
I think if you're getting to know someone though, that's a little different. Like, yeah, I don't want to get to know you through text.
Through text, yeah.
Because then what are you doing?
What are we doing here?
What are you doing right now? Like, why can't you call me?
Exactly.
Why can't I see your face? Who are you? It's giving double life. Like, like you could be at the dinner table with your family of 5 while you're texting me. Don't text me. Wow, I had no idea them dating apps was...
Girl, just be happy for Dennis. That's all.
Yeah, trust me, I am. Like, trust me.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I am a hopeless romantic, so I do feel like I am gonna find my person.
Period.
But I just don't like that I have to go through so many weirdos at this point in time.
I also feel like once you meet the person that you're meant to be with, that won't be like nail switch awkward. Like that process of like getting to know them in the beginning stages is actually like...
It might be exciting.
It is exciting. It usually is exciting. It's not like pulling teeth, you know?
Yeah. Wait, because you and Dennis were, how long, were you guys long distance ever? Because I know
well,
he's
not
from London.
really. Yeah. We were like I guess you could say talking.
Yeah.
But like not really because it was like you don't even live here, so it was like not.
Are we even that serious?
Yeah, but it was like there was clearly something there, and we just kept cultivating a friendship, which I think is really really important.
I think for me though, like I said, I'm a hopeless romantic, so like I just start thinking like if it's someone that's like someone that I'm like attracted to or that I like, I'm just like, okay, so we're together.
I had to unlearn that.
I know. I need to unlearn that. I know it's like really bad.
I really had to unlearn that.
So you're my man now.
Not that like you don't deserve that because I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
But when you put the pressure of being that like if it's too soon, you know, like you may not even be ready for that.
Like putting certain expectations on things too quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely know that that's not good, but I have that trait and I'm working on it. Actually, I haven't felt that way about anyone right now.
That's good.
Yeah. They're very much so annoying.
I was not expecting you to say that.
They are.
The guys, like the potentials?
Yes.
They're not even potentials, basically.
No, not even a potential.
I need to step it up.
And also, I've been really trying to, like, get out more. Like,
that's good.
I am very much so a homebody.
I know, you're like me.
I just
you're
sit
very
at
much
home.
like me. You know what, though? Like, yeah, like I said, I think once you stop even checking for it, like all of a sudden the radar just like
they're like, oh, she's happy.
They just she's
like
happily
those exes,
single.
those toxic exes that like can register when you're happy.
That's exactly what be happening.
The future text.
So much of dating is like energy and like right place, right time, and just being happy with being you. Like those are the days I'm so glad I got to have before we got engaged because I really feel like they're important.
Yeah. I've learned so much about myself, way more about myself in this last year and a half than I feel like in all my 30 years of life.
Wow.
And that's insane.
I feel like I learned a lot about myself in singlehood too.
Yeah.
Like definitely. 20-somethings especially, y'all need to listen up.
Okay.
You need a year, like minimum.
Yeah. For
real, just doing you. Like for real, doing you, not being emotionally attached to someone, not
I absolutely agree. Because now it's like, things are just so easy. I make decisions so quick. I'm like, absolutely not. I've always made really fast decisions, but I'm making them even faster now. And I'm like, absolutely not. That doesn't work for me.
Because of like your dating, like your
everything. Like just learning about yourself. You don't realize how
who you are,
enmeshed you could be in anyone until you remove yourself. Like
it's true.
It's really insane. Because I was just like, oh, I thought I liked this, and I was like, I didn't. I liked it because this person liked it, and we were always together. You know, and it can even be friends. Like, you know, you can be super attached to, like, high school friends, too. Mm-hmm. And grow together and think that, like, I don't know. I feel like attachments can happen in any relationship. Yeah. Unhealthy attachments can happen in any relationship.
When I became single, I had better discernment. Yeah. When I stayed single for a while before jumping into the next relationship, I was better at making decisions. Yeah. I think I was also, like, a better leader. Oh. Because I could practice discernment. I could say yes or no, and I could understand the why.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't making that decision because I was pleasing someone else or because I wanted to impress someone. Like I was just really an overall better person. I love this brush to death, but every single time I freaking use it, brush it. Like after I clean it.
Yeah. Have you had it for a while?
No, it's not. It's probably like a year old.
Oh no, shouldn't be doing that already.
It's a good blush brush though. I love it. What brushes are you using these days anyway?
I got these new brushes from...
Is it Ash's Collab?
Yeah, Ash.
Those are so fire. Ooh, I'm bronzed. Okay. I'm all bronzy and it's cloudy outside.
I know.
Oh well.
This weather has been kind of crazy though.
No, speaking of weather. I actually like it when it's gloomy because then I feel more like cozy and...
I hate it. I just go into the worst mindset.
You do?
I do.
Oh,
but I also have like seasonal depression. So as soon as the sun goes away, I'm like just pouty.
I have regular depression. Like it don't matter if it's summer. It really doesn't matter. So like for me, I'm not, clouds are not. I'm gonna be depressed sometimes.
Oh my God. Depression is crazy, bro.
No, it's literally like a disease. It never goes away.
It never goes away.
You just learn how to manage it.
I wish there was more like people talked about it more. I mean, definitely people are talking about it a lot more now, especially on like TikTok. Yeah. Which I love. But back then when I first started therapy, I used to be like, I'm not depressed. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not.
No, I don't know what to tell you, girl.
Yes. Because like they'd be like, I think you're depressed. And I'm like, I don't think so. That's a big strong word for me. I don't think so.
One common remark that I get from people sometimes, because I don't really talk about depression. The idea of my content is not depression. Yeah. It won't be in the future, by the way, before y'all get any ideas. But sometimes people will be like, wow, how do you get the motivation to clean and be so regimented and stuff like that? And like, because like I have depression and I can't even get out of bed some days. And I'm like, it's the opposite. Like I clean through my trauma. So like, it's not like, it just looks different for everybody. For me, when I'm the most like rigid, I'm usually like going through it. So like, it just has the opposite effect on me. Yeah. For some people, they are not motivated. No. For me, I'm motivated in a not that great way. And it's just like, it manifests itself through like me being like super, super regimented and clean. But I don't, because I think sometimes people think that's OCD. I definitely don't have OCD. And I've absolutely learned how to clean in ways that it doesn't disrupt my day-to-day life, if that makes sense. Like I can still like I can still like get by through my day-to-day.
It's functional depression. You can still
like I can still I can still function.
Yeah. There's some people that have functional depression. I think there's people that have like the debilitating depression where they're just like cannot move, cannot like do anything. I definitely have functional depression. I know that for sure. Because there's no way if I didn't have functional depression, I wouldn't have a job. I really wouldn't.
And you know what's the craziest part is like when people will say like, oh, what are you depressed? Like you have everything going for you. And I think that definitely comes from like not understanding that depression is not really about like the abundance of things. It's just
there's no way to explain it.
I don't know how to describe it.
It's truly a chemical imbalance. Yeah. Because it's not about what you have. It's not about like if you have like I could literally be like celebrating like one of the biggest career highs and be like, I'm sad as hell.
It's true. Yeah. It's so valid. And I think that's what makes it even more like real is that you can have everything going for you and still struggle with depression. I need that clip. Do you remember that clip? Wendy Williams where she was like, shout out to depression. Or she said She said something like, Wendy girl, like it was hilarious.
That's something Wendy would say though.
It was like clap if you're depressed.
A shout out to everybody with social anxiety. I kind of feel sorry for you. Oh yeah.
She's so freaking fun. I miss Wendy. I'm almost done. How are you looking?
I am almost done as well.
Ooh, do you have silver on your eyes? That's pretty. Gunmetal.
I try to turn it up for you because you know I'm very very soft.
Nyma pulled out her products.
I sure did.
And I was like, oh, so is this like the condensed version? I was like, I'm going to be doing makeup like an hour after you're done.
No. I know. I was like, you know what? Let me turn it up a little bit because I would have been done in like 30 minutes.
No, you literally, it was, because I could tell. I was like, that's not going to take, like, that's not that much product. So I was looking like, that's like a 20-minute phase, roughly. I was like, there's no way. So what, like, brands are you really into right now? Beauty brands.
I I don't know. Oh, Danessa Myrick's has been killing it for me. Like, I love everything she's bringing out.
Agreed.
Like, all the new blushes that she just came out with.
I still haven't tried them.
They're so good. So good.
I noticed you have, like, a lot of lab samples.
Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
I saw some names I recognized. I was like, wait.
Oh, did you? This
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Now that I'm a brand founder, because before, you know, creators were basically consulting for brands, right? Like, so you go from a consultant to basically being a brand founder.
Yeah.
And every time someone asks me, when are you going to launch this? I literally want to choke them. Because I'm like, do you know what it would require for me to even, like,
no, it's...
I don't want no more suggestions about, like, you don't even know what you're asking me to take on. This is a lot of work, and I love it, but it's not as fun. It's not. I think people think starting all of these things I think people think they're summer projects. I think they think it's fun, and it ain't. It is fun, but it's not. It's more.
It's not easy.
Lifting.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all.
I just don't understand why people would even think that that's an easy task. Starting a business?
It's not easy.
Are you kidding me?
Whatsoever. And it's definitely not for the faint of heart, honey.
Yeah.
It ain't for everybody. But when you love it, you lock in. Like, once we lock in, ain't no switching up. Like, you are locked in.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, like, a love of labor, but labor, emphasis on that. It's really fulfilling, especially when you, like, I consider myself somewhat of, like, a disruptor in whatever I create and what I do in, like, home fragrance. I was, like, really intentional. Like, this is what I see missing. This is what I want to create. Yeah. And that's what we've done with the brand, you know?
You were doing beauty for so long. Still are.
Yep.
But to go out on a limb and do fragrance, I think that was scary.
It is very scary. Very scary, very risky.
Yeah.
With any business, though, not even just home fragrance, like rebranding, pivoting. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Just because you have a lot of followers does not mean you're going to be good and successful at something.
Yeah.
And that is something that is very
Especially when
scary.
they know you for something else.
Exactly.
Do I really want to do a lash? I don't think so.
Yes.
Really? I haven't done a lash in ages.
For real? You don't wear falsies?
Not really. I do mascara.
I do like that mascara, though.
It's so good.
It's Fenty?
So good.
Yeah, that mascara is fire.
I was like, wait a minute now.
That mascara brought back the "are you wearing falsies" allegations, because there was a time where I never used to wear falsies.
Yeah.
And I would just wear mascara, and people always comment like, "You're wearing falsies. I know you're wearing falsies." So now that like I built my whole following, and people are like, "No, I know what Jackie Aina's natural lashes look like. Those are not falsies." But that mascara single-handedly brought back
like, oh, you wearing
the allegations.
Because you have amazing lashes. How does it feel to be God's favorite?
Honestly, sometimes they are annoying when they be growing in my eye, growing backwards. It ain't all it's cracked out to be. I just don't like when people are saying I'm lying. I would tell y'all if I was wearing falsies.
Oh my
like,
God,
you
girl.
would see it. You would know.
Segue.
Uh-oh.
That
whole moment. Yeah,
yeah, that was crazy.
I'm a my business. I was just. What lashes did you go with?
Be Wispies.
Oh.
Be Wispy from what's that brand?
Like, I feel like I've heard that name before.
They're black owned. She's a creator as well.
Nyma, what's your favorite platform right now?
TikTok.
Same. Shout out to TikTok.
TikTok is doing it for me right now. Like, as just a viewer too.
Oh, same.
Yeah,
just experiencing the platform. Yeah, I could say the same. Like, I love creating on TikTok. Yeah. I love the clean slate aspect of TikTok. Like, people ask me every day, what do you do for a living? Do you have a YouTube channel? They have no clue who I am, and I low-key live for it. But I low-key live for it because I'm like, oh, like, I have to, like, reintroduce myself to the audience. Like, it's kind of cute.
It feels new. It feels like a new journey.
It feels like a totally new journey.
Yeah. I like it, too.
What has been, like, your favorite career, like, opportunity to date?
It's between two.
Okay.
Which is going to sound really crazy. One of them was a trip. And the other one is what just recently came out with the L'Oreal campaign.
That was
amazing.
So major.
Yeah, I love that. It was honestly, I couldn't believe it. Like, I literally, like, I know America's Next Top Model is like taboo now, but I felt like I was America's Next Top Model.
It was very much that.
Yeah.
It felt like childhood nostalgia.
Yeah,
because
literally.
that was like, those types of commercials are like the epitome of like a beauty.
Yeah, a beauty campaign. Yes, and that's literally how it was. Like, we were all in the studio. What about you?
The most amazing opportunity probably was like the Too Faced campaign. Because let me tell you something. For what it's worth, okay, there's always like discourse around who supports my campaigns and who doesn't.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was not getting a lot of support from, I think, the creators that people like expected. But at the time, I didn't see that.
Yeah, like I'm surprised not everyone supported it, but like I said, it didn't feel like that way. Like
I wasn't keeping tabs. Like I wasn't. Yeah, it didn't feel like that to me. I was like overwhelmed at how much it really was supported. Like it was really great. It was like such a surreal moment. That was probably like one of the collabs that felt the most authentic to me. I mean, funny enough, I'm using my palette. Like all of my collabs, yes, all of my collaborations have felt authentic to me.
I think one thing that I've really like learned about this industry is because people wonder like, oh, why does this person get a collab and this person doesn't get a collab, or this and this and that. And I really do think that us as like Black women and Black creators, we create our collabs. Like they don't just come to us. We literally make these opportunities happen.
No, literally. We absolutely do. Yeah. And we create the space for them to really carve out why it's valuable to work with us.
Yeah.
And why that would be meaningful for that particular creator, you know?
And it's crazy because like people still expect us to prove ourselves. And I'm just like,
oh yeah, still.
What? I mean, I'm just like, when I did my collab with Dose of Colors, they believed in it 100%. More than I honestly probably believed in it, honestly.
Really? Why do you think that?
Because I was so scared. I mean, the units that they ordered at the time, I was like, don't do that. I was like, don't do that to me.
Can you say? That's a lot.
I was terrified.
They told you that?
Yes.
Well, damn, girl, they believed in you, honey.
And I
was
just
amazing.
Like, I was like, don't do that to me.
That would have been easy for you.
It was scary.
No,
I was terrified, Jackie. I was like, don't do that to me. And they're like, we think you can do it. And I was like, okay.
Girl, that would have been a walk in the park for you, honey.
Yeah.
Because you did. Like, didn't you have to restock it?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was shocked.
No, I'm not shocked at all, actually.
And then it still sold out the second time.
Because it was that fire. Like, that entire set ate. It was so good.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. And I love orange on dark skin.
I love me a good orange.
Well, I
am done. Too. Yay! Well, that is it for our video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us while we got ready today.
This was fun.
And there's another video on Jackie's channel that you guys can watch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Lots of love. See you guys next time. Bye.